think the FA Cup came alive in the fifth round. We had the two Titanic games, didn't we? With Man City gaining some revenge over Chelsea. And we had a classic game at the Emirates that I was at. Liverpool had just beaten Arsenal 5-1 the week before. And in all honesty, they could have scored another 5 in the cup tie as well. But to Arsenal's credit, they dug in, as they've done a few times this season. Were clinical, which hasn't often been a word that you could use with them, and they've seen it through. What have we got now? We've got Arsenal versus Everton in one quarter-final. We've got Man City, ironically, playing Wigan in their quarter-final, and that was the final lineup last year, and Wigan obviously caused a massive upset. I think you're looking at a Man City versus Arsenal or Everton final, which for the purists I think could be a bit of a classic. It's interesting, it keeps people like me and everybody else happy. I mean, I was in the press conference when Arsene Wenger was asked about Mourinho's comments that he's a specialist failure. The professor is normally very calm, and his first reaction was that it's an embarrassment what Mourinho's gone through. And yet there'll be others elsewhere looking at him thinking, you know what, Mourinho might be right, because you haven't won anything for the best part of 10 years. But I don't think we can always judge success coldly in the terms of having trophies in the cabinet. And Arsene Wenger, when it comes to the annals of the Premier League history, will be right up there with Mourinho and Ferguson. Maybe not in terms of winning trophies directly, but making positive contributions to the game. Well, the two cracking games. Tuesday, what do we have? We have Manchester City versus Barcelona. Now, the way City are playing, you've got to fancy them, but I'm a bit of a Barcelona disciple. I think if they turn up and do the business, City have an awful lot to do. But it should be a great game, and wherever I am, I'll be watching that. And then what do we have Wednesday night? We have a rematch of what took place last year. Bayern Munich came to the Emirates last year, 1-1 in the away leg, and then got beaten in their own home leg by Arsenal. And in fact, it was the start of Arsenal's great run that season. I think over 2 legs, Bayern will come through. But I think Arsenal recovering very quickly from the 5-1 defeat to Liverpool, point against Man United, and obviously getting through to the next round of the FA Cup. I think Arsenal will go into that home game buoyed, a little bit more confident than they were, and I think that could be another cracking game as well. Without question, an English team can win the Champions League. Obviously, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich will have other things to say. Obviously, in the next round, English teams can be paired with each other, as all the clubs can meet their sort of counterparts and compatriots. I don't think Man United will win it. I think if you're looking for a winner, you also have to discount Arsenal. But football is the proverbial funny old game. I think if you're looking at England's best chances of European success at the highest level, you're looking at Man City, who have got a difficult task obviously, but you're looking at Chelsea as well, because you know what, they do have a special one. Wherever he goes, he seems to win it with the clubs that he's at, so you can't discount Chelsea. And I think when the Champions League returns at this stage, you know that the season really is coming to an end and really peaking very nicely.